Hello grandpas and nerds around the world, welcome to my battle camp, the perfect place for any strategy enthusiasts to search for validation in their hobbies. This time, we'll talk about some of the best turn-based strategy or tactics games of all time that are worth playing even today. If you're a true strategy fan, you might have already played all of these, but who knows? Maybe there are one or two games that you missed. Are you ready? Let's go, Commander! SpellForce Conquest of Eo takes the iconic fantasy series in a bold new direction, stepping away from the RTS-RPG hybrid gameplay that defined its predecessors. While this shift may disappoint longtime fans, newcomers to the franchise may find much to enjoy in its innovative mechanics and strategic depth. From the outset, the game emphasizes exploration, resource management, and tactical battles. The Mage's Grimoire also offers a satisfying progression system, allowing you to unlock new spells and abilities as you research and expand your knowledge. Our Adventurer Guild is an indie gem that boldly blends a myriad of mechanics from some of the most beloved strategy RPGs. Released in April this year, it has already won the hearts of a small but dedicated fanbase, boasting an overwhelmingly positive rating on Steam. The gameplay loop revolves around building a party, managing resources, and tackling challenges in a roguelite structure. While its rough visuals may not appeal to everyone, its depth and creativity make it a standout title for fans of the genre. Warhammer 40,000 Chaos Gate Daemonhunters elevates the XCOM-inspired tactical genre by immersing players in the grimdark universe of Warhammer 40k. Centered on the elite Grey Knights, psychic warriors sworn to combat chaos, the game offers deep, rewarding strategy mixed with a rich narrative. While the steep learning curve and reinforcement swarms may test your patience, the rewarding gameplay and fantastic storytelling make it one of the best Warhammer and XCOM-like games in years.
You have been judged.
Solasta Crown of the Magister offers a compelling experience that merges tactical RPG gameplay with a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition rule set. Solasta's turn-based combat system shines with deep, satisfying mechanics. Environmental interactions, dynamic verticality, and clever enemy AI also make battles strategic and rewarding. Not only that, the robust character building system allows diverse class combinations and dynamic personalities, offering replay value and creative experimentation for hardcore players. Symphony of War: The Nephilim Saga takes a bold step in refreshing the strategy JRPG genre, focusing not just on individual heroes, but on crafting entire squads that feel alive with strategic possibility. Each squad is helmed by a leader whose traits shape its strengths and combat style. The ability to freely reclass characters without penalty also invites experimentation, ensuring that each playthrough feels fresh and dynamic. Endless Legend sets a high bar for turn-based strategy games with its breathtaking visuals, unique science fantasy setting, and a harmonious blend of strategic and tactical gameplay. At its heart, Endless Legend builds on the familiar framework of Civilization-style empire building. Players construct cities, explore a hex-based map, research technologies, and vie for victory through diplomacy, military might, or scientific advancement. However, Endless Legend elevates this formula with its emphasis on unique faction mechanics, tactical combat, and a layered province system. SteamWorld Heist 2 takes the quirky charm of its predecessor and dives headfirst into a nautical adventure, blending tactical turn-based combat with open-world submarine exploration. The core of SteamWorld Heist 2 lies in its refined combat mechanics, which improves upon the original in significant ways. Watching bullets ricochet around corners to hit hidden enemies is as satisfying as ever, and the game rewards clever positioning with thrilling multi-hit opportunities. BattleTech is a brilliant adaptation of the hard sci-fi tabletop game, blending its intricate mechanics with the tactical depth of the XCOM formula. BattleTech stands out with its granular, open-ended tactical combat. Unlike many turn-based games, BattleTech doesn't use a grid system, offering a more flexible battlefield where positioning and movement are super dynamic. Every engagement feels like a detailed chess match, requiring not only precise maneuvers, but also an understanding of your mech's capabilities. Wartales is a game that hides its charm beneath a tough, unyielding exterior. At first glance, it might seem grim, slow, and sparse, but beneath its muted aesthetic lies a rich and deeply rewarding sandbox RPG. Rather than a central storyline, Wartales hands you the reins to your own adventure. You start with a small band of mercenaries and must manage their survival, wealth, and growth. Whether you're completing contracts, hunting wildlife, raiding caravans, or exploring mysterious tombs, every action feels meaningful. Shining Force 2 elevates the series to new heights, combining compelling gameplay, rich character customization, and a polished presentation. Unlike the first game, you're no longer confined to small linear areas. Instead, you can revisit previously explored locations, encouraging thorough exploration and the discovery of hidden treasures or characters. With 30-plus recruitable characters, each belonging to distinct classes like knights, mages, and priests, the game offers ample room for customization. As a longtime fan of turn-based strategy games like Heroes of Might and Magic, Disciples 2 offered a fresh yet familiar experience. While it adheres to the classic formula of building armies, managing resources, and exploring a vibrant world, it distinguishes itself with a streamlined, hands-on approach. The most striking gameplay element in Disciples 2 is the focus on individual units rather than large stacks. Each party member levels up independently, which fosters a personal connection to your army. Heroes of Might and Magic 5 is a successful revival of a classic series, offering a deep and strategic experience that will appeal to longtime fans. At its core, Heroes of Might and Magic 5 sticks to the tried-and-true formula that made earlier entries in the series so beloved. Players control hero characters and their armies, exploring maps filled with resources, enemies, and various quests. The game also introduces 6 factions, each with unique abilities and units that give players distinct playstyles. For instance, demons can summon reinforcements, while undead heroes can raise the fallen as skeletons. Age of Wonders Planetfall successfully blends the deep strategy of a 4X game with the tactical intensity of XCOM-style battles, all set in a fascinating far-future universe. The game's setting is rooted in the collapse of the Star Union, a galaxy-spanning civilization that once ruled the stars. The remnants of this fallen empire are represented by 6 diverse factions, each with a distinct identity and strategy. Each faction's playstyle significantly alters how battles play out, encouraging players to adapt their strategies depending on who they are commanding. Songs of Conquest offers a delightful entry into the world of turn-based strategy, bringing a familiar yet fresh experience to the genre. The game offers a familiar turn-based strategy format, with a focus on exploration, combat, and town building. As a Weaver, players command one of 4 factions, each with unique units, abilities, and strategies, and lead them across the game's maps. The campaign mode also offers story-driven content with a campaign for each faction. These campaigns are rich in narrative, providing both engaging characters and deep world building that introduce players to the game's lore. Xenonauts 2, currently in early access, emerges as a compelling evolution of the first game, which itself was a tribute to the original XCOM UFO defense. The game doesn't try to reinvent the genre, but instead refines it to a higher level. One of the standout features of Xenonauts 2 is its global strategy. Rather than managing a single base, you are responsible for several worldwide bases, each with different specialties. That being said, the tactical combat is where the most visible improvements can be seen. Battles now take place on fully 3D maps, offering a more dynamic and detailed environment than the original's 2D isometric grid. The Age of Wonders series has always had a unique charm, blending strategic empire building with tactical combat in a vibrant fantasy world. At its core, Age of Wonders 3 thrives on its hybrid gameplay. Imagine Civilization, but with a focus shifted firmly onto conquest and battle, enhanced by tactical skirmishes and RPG-style hero progression. The battles emphasize specialization and synergy over sheer numbers. Spells, unit abilities, and hero powers play critical roles, turning encounters into thrilling chess matches rather than mere slugfests.
I've been told it's no longer safe.
Jagged Alliance 3 delivers a nostalgic yet polished experience for fans of tactical turn-based games. It combines satisfying squad management, varied combat, and an expansive world map with enough customization to suit different playstyles. Your team of mercenaries can specialize in roles like snipers, medics, hackers, and demolitions experts, enabling diverse approaches to missions. The balance between customization and freedom ensures you're never forced into playstyles you dislike. For example, a squad of sharpshooters and a medic can clear encounters effectively without penalizing the lack of close combat or shotgun specialists.
Get ready to scratch one, buttwad.
Wasteland 3 builds on its predecessor's foundations with enhanced graphics, refined combat, and impactful storytelling. While its humor and themes may not appeal to everyone, fans of tactical RPGs and post-apocalyptic narratives will find a deep, engaging experience. The game features familiar turn-based system akin to XCOM, but with team-wide turns and free character selection within turns. However, a hallmark of Wasteland 3 is its focus on meaningful player agency. Early choices ripple across the narrative, from losing party members to accidentally dooming entire factions. Tactics Ogre Reborn is a return to one of the genre-defining tactical RPGs that laid the groundwork for modern strategy games. Originally released on the SNES in 1995, this title set a precedent for isometric, turn-based combat mixed with deep, politically charged storytelling. Reborn builds on the 2010 PSP remake with new mechanics, improved accessibility, and thoughtful quality of life updates. Unit customization is also streamlined. Characters now level individually rather than by class, offering more freedom in building diverse teams. XCOM succeeds in reviving a genre-defining series with modern sensibilities, offering a campaign that blends strategy and storytelling through emergent gameplay. At its heart, XCOM is a masterclass in turn-based combat. Every soldier you command feels like a character in an evolving story, one that can end in triumph, or, more often, in tragedy. Losing a veteran like Captain William to something as mundane as an exploding forklift is gut-wrenching, yet it's precisely these moments that make the game unforgettable. Age of Wonders 4 takes the traditional 4X formula and injects it with a potent dose of creativity. The developer masterfully combines robust empire-building mechanics, tactical combat, and vibrant fantasy lore into a streamlined package that keeps you coming back for more. What sets this game apart is its Pantheon system, where victorious rulers ascend and persist across campaigns. This account-level progression adds a sense of continuity to what might otherwise be isolated adventures. Your creations, victories, and defeats become a part of the game's living history, ensuring that each campaign resonates beyond the final turn. Battle Brothers thrusts players into the gritty and unpredictable life of a medieval mercenary captain, where every coin spent, every sword swung, and every choice made can mean the difference between survival and oblivion. The heart of Battle Brothers lies in its tactical combat. Battles play out on hex-based battlefields with terrain, positioning, and equipment all playing crucial roles. Every weapon has unique properties that lend themselves to specific strategies. Axes cleave through shields, maces crush armor, and spears control zones. TROUBLESHOOTER Abandoned Children is an ambitious tactical RPG that marries JRPG storytelling sensibilities with a deep, intricate combat system. Missions take place on varied 3D maps, incorporating verticality, cover systems, and environmental obstacles. The time unit-based turn system introduces a fresh layer of strategy, allowing for nuanced decision-making beyond standard turn-based mechanics. The character progression further deepens the gameplay, with multiple class choices and bonding mechanics that can influence combat effectiveness. Crafting systems also expand the customization potential, rewarding players who take the time to master the mechanics.
목표 제압하겠다. 목표 제거하였습니다.
Fire Emblem Three Houses expertly revitalizes the franchise by delivering a deep, multifaceted strategy experience that seamlessly intertwines battle tactics with narrative richness. The series' hallmark turn-based combat is as engaging as ever, with new mechanics like battalions and combat arts enriching the tactical experience. The removal of the traditional weapon triangle in favor of a more nuanced proficiency system shifts the focus towards strategic unit customization. The monastery's plethora of activities, from teaching and hosting tea parties, also offers a welcome respite from battle while immersing players in the lives of their students.
Resulted in victory.
Heroes of Might and Magic 3 is a masterclass in turn-based strategy, offering an addictive and finely tuned experience that has stood the test of time. The core gameplay strikes a delicate balance between exploration, city building, and tactical combat. Players must manage resources, upgrade towns, recruit diverse armies, and command their heroes across vibrant hand-drawn maps. Heroes play a central role, with over 100 pre-designed characters across 16 unique classes. Their development feels rewarding, as gaining levels, acquiring artifacts, and learning new skills dramatically enhances their effectiveness in combat and exploration. Final Fantasy Tactics: The War of the Lions successfully reimagines a classic for a new audience while offering enough new content to entice veterans. The core gameplay of The War of the Lions remains faithful to the original, with tactical, grid-based battles that require careful planning and foresight. Players can recruit and develop a roster of up to 24 characters across a variety of job classes. Not only that, the depth of customization is also unparalleled, with each job offering unique abilities and progression paths. Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader delivers an ambitious CRPG experience, placing players in the boots of a rogue trader tasked with navigating the brutal and chaotic Coronis Expanse. Breaking away from the common nobody-turned-hero RPG trope, Rogue Trader hands you the reins of power from the get-go. The combat system is also highly strategic, offering a mix of grid-based positional battles and naval-style space engagements. Every encounter challenges you to think critically, whether leveraging cover, planning efficient builds, or exploiting enemy weaknesses. Divinity Original Sin 2 stands as a monumental achievement in the RPG genre, offering one of the most engaging and flexible role-playing experiences of all time. Your character's freedom is not just in the grand choices you make, but in the small, almost hidden moments that define the world. The combat system is also a highlight. Not only it encourages thoughtful strategy, the environment itself also plays a crucial role in each encounter. You are able to teleport enemies into explosive barrels, using elemental magic to manipulate the battlefield, or even freezing large enemies in water to stop their advance. XCOM 2 is a brilliant sequel that improves on Enemy Unknown in terms of variety and replayability. The core of XCOM 2 revolves around high-stakes turn-based combat, where players manage squads of customizable soldiers. The game continuously challenges you, with soldiers always at risk of permanent death due to mistakes or bad luck. On the other hand, the world map is dynamic and requires constant adaptation, as the player races against the alien forces to complete objectives while managing their mobile base, supplies, and resistance cells. While base building is simplified compared to its predecessor, managing resources and engineering teams remains critical.
Target neutralized.
The path to the towers is drenched in
Baldur's Gate 3 is a masterpiece that sets a new bar for its genre. While rooted in the genre's complex mechanics, Larian Studios has simplified these mechanics through an intuitive interface and a streamlined version of the D&D 5th edition rule set. The turn-based system closely mirrors the tabletop experience, with every character having the opportunity to move, act, and use bonus actions. The gameplay design also ensures that it will remain endlessly replayable. With different character builds, combat strategies, and relationship paths to explore, each new playthrough offers a fresh experience.